Did you ever look back at your kids and think, how did we survive that? I swear, if my kids were any weirder, I would have been on one of those reality shows called Parenting Gone Wrong. So we're all out to dinner, nice family dinner. Everyone's behaving, which should have been my first red flag. All of a sudden, my youngest son, who's 2 or 3 years old, stands up, turns around to the family behind us, and screams,
What's
well,
up?
my wife was mortified. The kids and me were laughing hysterically. And the family behind us, they're laughing hysterically too. It was a classic moment. My boys, they always had this thing where they couldn't be left alone. They always had to be around each other. One day, one of my sons is in a public restroom doing his business, and my youngest son decides to crawl underneath the door into the stall to be with his brother. Except he crawled under the wrong door. There's some random guy sitting in there. I just looks at him and says, "Hey, buddy, maybe you shouldn't do that." My wife, totally mortified. She never wanted to go back to that restaurant ever again. My kids, they laugh about it to this day. My son, he hightailed it out of that stall like he's seen a ghost. That man, he's probably never used a public restroom again. And then there's the Great Ketchup War. One of my sons was having a birthday sleepover party with a bunch of his buddies. Little did we know they had accumulated a whole bunch of fast food restaurant condiment packets, and they found that if you twisted them up just right, threw them at things, they would explode and make a big giant ketchup mess. Well, they went on a rampage. They were throwing them on the street, throwing them at people's cars. The problem was they got our neighbor, and our neighbor was at the party.
Busted.
That was some party, especially when my son and his buddies were washing the neighbor's car. My son, in his infinite wisdom, just told my wife, "Don't worry, Mom, it's just our neighbor." Like that makes the situation any better. That kid could have been a lawyer. Technically, Mom, it's just our neighbor. That's a known vehicle. If your kids have ever done anything so weird you'll never forget about it, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll join the club of parents whose kids have done things that you'll never forget.